Alright guys, we're back. So we have currently we have a game that has gravity. We can jump, and we can't double jump in the air, and we can collide with objects. And for this video we're going to add a better picture for our character. The character we're going to be using is going to be this guy's Magnus, and we're going to give him a better picture because that little Godot thing is not really fully adequate for us. So I got some pictures that I want to use for my character, and here they are right here. And I'm going to use the run 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how it's going to work is when it goes to the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, it's going to look like he's running. And then whenever he's not running, I'm going to have it use the idle picture right there. So we're just going to use these pictures, and you can use whichever ones you want. You can draw on them, make whatever you want. So if you remember, at the very beginning we saved our stuff onto a USB drive or your network drive or wherever. You're going to go to My Game, then you're going to go to your platformer game, and you're going to make a new folder. I'm going to make this folder. I'm going to call it Magnus. And the files I'm going to put in here are going to be all the running ones, and I'm going to put the idle one in there. We'll use the jumping ones later. Copy here, and then I'm going to do this for all things, and so now they're all in there. I've got all five. I've got all the running ones, and I've got the idle one, and now we just need to get them into our game. I'll pull these off to the side, and you'll see they don't instantly appear on here. If I refresh, they don't really come up just quite off the bat. But Control S will save your stuff, and then I found that if you actually close it and then reopen your game, it should reopen the editor. It'll find it. So I'm going to go back to my game, first game, run. It's not run. We want to edit. And there it is. There's Magnus. Here's all the Magnus pictures. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually import all these pictures into the game, and we're going to make it work. Well, this regular old sprite here that we have, this one's just not cutting it. So we're going to change this type. We're going to right click it and go to change type. And instead of using the regular 2D sprite, we're going to use the animated sprite. So I'm going to click sprite. Here we go, right here. We have animated sprite. So let's do change. So now instead of using that lame old regular sprite, we use this new stuff. So if we go right here, we can do new sprite frames. And I believe down here at the bottom, now we can get to we can get to a list of frames for this guy. So I think we can take 0 through 1, and let's see if we can drag them into here. There we go. So now we got all these frames. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all I did was I highlighted all these guys and I loaded them in. And now I'm going to change this from default. We're going to change this to run. And then I'm going to add another one. We want him in idle mode right here. So this is going to be idle. And I'm going to put that in there. Now, if you zoom in on your guy here, you'll see that he's got a little picture now. So I think if we if we select our sprite, and we're using the run animation, if we go to the idle one, now he'll just be idle and he'll be standing there. If we do run and then we turn it on, we push play, we can see him actually running. That's what he's going to look like when he's running. I want to change that because that's a little slow for the run. I want to make it a little faster. So let's go to, let's see, where do I click? One of these, oh, right there. So I had to click on sprite right here under frames, and then it says the FPS speed. I'm going to change that to 12. Now that's a little bit better run speed, maybe a little slower, so let's do 10. There. Now he can run. So we have idle and we have run. I have a capital R on that. I want to make it lowercase. And I have a capital I. I'm going to make that lowercase just to make everything all the same. Alright, now we're going to actually code this so he can run properly. So let's do play and see what we look like. I don't even know. Oh, so he's just running forever. It looks good going to the right, but every other direction's not so great. So let's try and see if we can make it where he actually works the way we want him to. So let's go check his script out, and we're gonna say, all we have to do is we're needing to actually edit the sprite while we're in the Magnus page, and a good way to do that is by using the $sign and then sprite, and then we're going to do dot play, and then we're going to do running. Oops. Actually, it's run because we named it run, didn't we? Okay. So now whenever we're pushing the right button, he's going to run, and we're going to want to do when he pushes the left button, he's also going to run. And then if we're not pushing any button, that's when we want him to be in the idle mode. So we're going to do the same thing, sprite, play, but instead of run, we're going to do idle. So right here, this is when we're pushing no buttons. This is when we're pushing left. This one's when we're pushing right. All right, let's try that out. Haha, he's standing. Now we have one other problem. When he's standing still, looks good. Whenever I'm running to the left, he looks like he's running right, and when I'm running right, it looks like he's running left. Not quite what we want, but we're getting closer. We need to do one more thing. We need to flip him whenever he's he's going left. So let's go to this guy here. I'm going to copy this. And this time we're going to do, I guess I really didn't need to copy that. We're going to do sprite, and we're going to do flip, and we're flipping him horizontally, so that's the H. So flip him horizontally, and I think that's all we have to do. Flip horizontal whenever you're pushing this button. True. If I could spell true. So when we're pushing this button, it's going to flip him horizontally. Let's see what that does for us. That's left. So when we push left, it should flip him. Aha! Uh-oh. Now he doesn't flip back to the right. Okay? But we turn left. Let's take this same piece of code and put it up at the top. Flip horizontally whenever we're pushing right. He doesn't need to flip because he's facing the correct direction when he's that way, so false. If I could spell false. False. So he's not flipped when he's facing right. He is flipped when he's trying to go left. Let's try it. Left, right, jump. It works. Look at that. He can flip left and right, and he can run, and he can jump. Now I think that's enough information for some of you guys to add in your own jumping mechanism to make your guy jump up and down and do that. But for right now, we're going to leave with this. Pretty good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and package in a couple more things for this just to make our code a little bit cleaner here. Let's do some more constants. Let's do a constant for gravity. Remember, constants are going to be capitals. And I'm going to make gravity yeah, let's just do 10. We'll leave it at 10. So now anywhere I want to put in gravity, instead of typing a number in, I'm going to type the word gravity. So that way I don't have to make a bunch of different changes every time. Gravity. And then I'm going to give him a speed. His speed's going to also be constant. And what did we have for a speed? 200. So now we're going to change these to speed and speed. Cool, cool. And then we got one more thing. We got to jump height. Jump height. Or did I mess up? Oh, forgot the equal sign. And I forgot the number. Alright, let's try this. So not too many changes, but now we have some gravity, we have some speed, we have some jump height. Now instead of going down here and making all kinds of changes, because if we get more and more stuff, we don't want to have to go through and change all the little numbers each time. We want to just change it at the top here. So let's do that. Should be the same. Make sure everything works. Still works. I can jump. I can run to the left. I can run to the right. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Alright. Talk to you later, guys.